The premise of this bike is based off of, on the Raleigh website, that it is a pavement to path bike. So I'll show you the tires in a minute, which kind of explain that a little bit more, because they're not running slicks, but they're actually running treaded tires on this bike, as well as the front fork is not aerodynamic by any means. They're like it's a tubular front fork, which I'll show you in a second, as well as the whole frame is a welded aluminum frame. So no kind of fanciness there, bare bones. But this bike does retail at Canadian Tire for $640, I think it's $649 or $629, but again, the link is in the description, so you'll see it there. But I ended up getting this bike on sale, so I would definitely, you know, watch out for that, because these bikes do go on sale, since road bikes do not sell as much as mountain bikes at Canadian Tire. So definitely keep this on your watch list if you're looking to get into some kind of starter road bike, or if you are a road cyclist already and you are looking for a bike that you just want to beat around, say in the not so great weather, the more, you know, rainy or slushy weather, depending what kind of rider you are. I know myself personally, I will ride through the winter. So depending on rain or slush or snow, this bike would be great for that kind of cyclist. Or, as I said, it's a great beginner bike to see if you are into road cycling. And you know, this bike is definitely upgradable, even though I probably will have people tell me you can't upgrade a entry-level bike. So overall, it's a decent bike. It does what it has to do. I will go over I'll show you the tires in a second to describe those a bit, and show you the shifters as well. So as mentioning before, I did say that the fork itself is not aerodynamic by any means. As you can see, it is a very tubular or circular fork. Nothing overly aerodynamic by any means of the imagination. You know, straight fork. As you can see by this angle, there's no bend or slimness of the fork at all. And as I said, this is what they call the Path to Pavement series. So you can tell by the tire here that this is definitely not a slick, but it is a very, I want to say, heavy, well grooved tire, front and back. So definitely nice there. One thing you will notice with the tire is that the front tire, for some reason, has a quick release slip lever, but for some reason on the back tire they put a bolt system. So right now I'm on the road, so I'm hoping that, you know, if you get a flat, you have tools with you, because this is not going to be an easy repair, or you're walking it home. So I can definitely tell you I will be either doing one of two things. I will definitely be replacing the tires or the rims if possible, because this is, again, a 14 speed, so 7 gears on the back. And then from there I will, or doing a bolt swap with, as you can see there, doing a bolt swap with a skewer set, which you can find on AliExpress, or any other kind of bike shop that would help you with that swap out, as well as there's also videos online, which I will definitely leave a link to one of those videos on how to change out this bolt system if you are interested. I did mention that these were the Shimano, I guess, A050 series or something like that, but you can see here on the handle they say tourneys. So they're not, I guess, depending what site you go on. Raleigh says they're one style. Canadian Tire says they're that A050 series, but I don't know, for some reason it says tourney here. But this shifter itself is very clicky, per se. Has a very long, as you can see it's a very long top piece here, so you definitely feel reached out when you're trying to grab the brake or the shift itself. But as I said, it's a real clicky system for what it is. You do have, you know, it's, you know, you're clicking to go down, and then you're using this little thumb lever, if you can see it, to go the other way. So you can see the little arrow on top, and it's basically set up for 7 gears. So as I said, if I'm trying to change the wheel out, get more gears, I definitely will have to replace the shifters, since it only goes up 7, unless there's a way to trick it out and make the frame itself wider to fit a larger tire. The seat itself is the Raleigh seat. This comes with the bike, so it is logoed. It is somewhat of a cushy seat, I will give you that, but at the end of the day, for me, I will definitely be replacing this seat. I want something a little bit sleeker, more lightweight per se, because you know, at the end of the day, to get a road bike is to make it as light as possible. But this seat is good to start. I would suggest wearing cycling shorts with this one because it does get hard after a while. So but it is a good starter seat. It does have some cushion to it. Definitely helps soften the ride if you're on a road, but definitely on a gravel trail. As I said, you definitely need some kind of padding in your cycling shorts for this one. Again, overall, I think it's a pretty solid bike for the price point. Definitely gets you started into road cycling. As I said, everything is upgradable in my eyes, because I know I will be definitely upgrading a lot of things on this bike. So it would be the handlebars for sure, seat, tires, rims, might keep the derailleurs. I like the derailleurs, to be honest, but it would be the crank, the pedals for sure, and the gears on the back tire, which I'll probably be looking for a smaller gear set on that and a bigger gear set on the front. So you'll definitely see some updates on this bike. Just kind of overall, to be honest, because it is such a low-end bike, I will definitely not be upgrading with, let's say, high performance parts, if you want to call it that. So unless I get like a sponsor from, say, Zip or Garmin or Flow, or I don't know, you name it, if their price point is in the upper echelon, that would be a super high upgrade for this bike. But I can tell you, any upgrades I'll be doing going forward will be through the lowest possible means out there. So if any of you guys are Trace VELO fans, which I know I am, so I'll leave a link to his channel in the description as well. But this bike will definitely see its upgrades via AliExpress, eBay possibly, and or other avenues that I can find that will make this upgrade as light and as cheap as possible. So in regards to overall specs and the way the bike is, I don't think I mentioned weight. The weight on the Canadian Tire website says this is about 17 kilograms. For my American friends, I think that's around 30 pounds or so. I can definitely look at the conversion on that. But they say it's 17 kilos out of the box. I weighed it myself and I got around 15. So with any upgrades, I will definitely keep track and let you guys know the weight differences, and maybe as it gets lighter and lighter. But I can tell you, overall, this bike itself, I personally bought it just for the main frame, because I will be replacing the fork as well on top of that. So you'll have an aluminum frame, possibly carbon fork, new tires, rims, cranks, seat post, handlebars. So this bike is probably going to get completely revamped as well as repainted in the future. So watch out for more videos. Any comments or anything you guys have, let me know. I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. Thank you.